It's cold. I didn't sign up for this. It's summer. It's supposed to be warm. Mm-hmm. Hello darlings, welcome back to my channel. So today I have a requested video. A viewer of mine on my Get Ready With Me requested that I do a video explaining the difference between pin curls and rollers. So I thought that I would do it in the form of a brush out. So I have a mixture of pin curls and sponge rollers on my head right now. It is like 3 o'clock. I'm procrastinating my life at the moment, and I could feel guilty about that, or I could take it as a sign that I need a break and I need to, you know, reconnect with myself. So yes, I'm very excited to make this video. So I'm going to be taking you through the difference between the two of them, other than, you know, the obvious physical structure, the kind of curls that I find you get from them, the longevity of the curls, and how I would sort of touch them up. So I hope this is useful. Also, I had my hair dyed again, as you can see. It's beautiful and bold and bright again, and I absolutely love it. So I really hope that you enjoy this video, and let's just get started. To start off with, I'm going to be showing you the difference between pin curls and foam rollers as they are set on the head. So as you can see, this whole section here is pin curled. Now, a pin curl is when you take a piece of hair and you curl it either around your finger or around a tool, something like this. This is the Pincurl Sculpture Tool from Rennells, where you take a piece of hair, you curl it around it, roll it to the head, and then gently remove your fingers or the tool from the center, and you hold it in place with, you can hold it in place with bobby pins or with these little clips. I got these from Boots. They are from Babyliss. Metal clips, and then you can either keep them on all day for an evening event, or you can sleep in them overnight, which is what I tend to do. And it gives you a curl. Pin curling was the most popular way to curl your hair, I believe, between sort of the 1930s to the 1950s. It creates a very soft wave curl, I find, that forms together into wave shapes very well. The upside of pin curls is that you don't need as much room if you're traveling. So all you would need to take if you were traveling and you wanted to do a full head of pin curl sets would be this tool, or if you can use your fingers, even better, and then just a crap ton of clips or bobby pins. This on my head, you can see right now, all of these are what is called a stand-up pin curl. So you can see that it is stood up. You can also do a flat pin curl, which is where you would take a piece of hair, curl it up, and then turn it on its side and lay it flat and clip it like that. Clip it sort of across to secure it to the head. The difference between a flat pin curl and a stand-up pin curl is that a stand-up pin curl will give you more volume at the root of the hair, which you will probably see once I've started brushing out. I have only started doing pin curls very recently. I do them usually to touch up a roller set. So if I've had a roller set in, if I've done a roller set and then I wear it all day and night, and say I go out to a party or something like that in the evening, and I come back and my hair, especially around the front, is starting to drop a bit more than I would like, what I will usually do is I will take the front and sides of my hair and I will just put some pin curls in to give a nicer, smoother shape in the morning. So I find it easier actually to pin curl when there is already some texture in my hair, just because I find it easier to get the ends all nicely neat and tucked in. I find pin curling on completely dry, straight hair to be a little bit more difficult. That's just my personal experience, and also probably because I haven't had as much practice pin curling as I have sponge rolling. So a sponge roll, also called a foam roller, is exactly what you see on my head. It is a little spongy roll. You can also get pillow rollers, which are quite similar. They are like little raviolis. Where did I hear that? Where did I hear? Oh, I heard that in a Rachel Maxey video. She calls them soft raviolis. But they are soft pieces of foam that have a clip in them. So you roll the piece of hair around the roller, you roll it up to the scalp, and then you clip it in place to keep it there. I find rolling to be the best way to curl my hair for the longest wear. I also find it to be the best way for me because I can do foam rollers all over my head, even with the shorter pieces at the back, like this piece here, although I think this is starting to come out, especially when I cut my hair very, very short recently, which you've seen my brush out for that. If not, it is in my playlist. I find that I can still get that into a roller relatively simply, whereas I find it very hard to get the knack of pin curling very, very short hair. So that's why I usually do only the front and sides and not the back, because I find when I can't see exactly what I'm doing, it is a lot more difficult for me to pin curl it. But I know other people who swear by pin curling, and also who find it more comfortable. Obviously, as you sleep, the roller does dig into your head a little bit, especially if it is very tightly clipped, where it will pull when you lie on it. So it's all down to personal preference and experience. I understand that if you are experimenting with vintage hairstyling, then pin curling might be a better method just because it's cheaper. You don't really have to buy anything, unless you wanted to buy like one of these. All you really need is bobby pins to hold them in place. There is a really good video on pin curling that is by one of my favourite channels, Live Collegiate Shag, which I will leave a link to in the description of this video. They do amazing, amazing dancing videos, but she also has a hair tutorial on how she pin curls her hair, which I think is really helpful. So I will leave a link to that, as I said. And I've been talking for 10 minutes about pin curls and rollers, and I think it's time for me to just get it all out of my head and show you.
Nobody knows but my pillow and me. Nobody knows but my pillow and me. Nobody knows half the.
So what I will do is I will take the foam rollers out first, because foam rollers in my experience need more brushing, and then I will brush out the pin curls to join with the foam rollers afterwards.
When I ought to be sighing, you'd be crying for a little bit of.
So now all of the foam rollers are out. I keep them in a bag. I need to wash them. Might do that tonight, so they're all nice and puffy again. But then I just run my fingers through them because I find this helps them to blend together easier. And then, as I said, one of the key differences for me between foam rollers and pin curls is that I find foam rollers take a lot more brushing than pin curls do. Also, foam rollers, I find, give me a tighter curl, so I think you can get more kind of bounce and fluff from foam rollers versus pin curls. You can see I'm doing these sides very smooth, so I kind of wrap them around my thumb and brush them like that, because the pin curls will form a roll kind of together. That's if you've seen I do have a pin curl and roller brush out. I will that is also in my hair playlist. But the pin curls form together into like a roll very easily. Something else to note with this set is that my hair probably should have been washed about 2 days ago. But I refuse to wash it, so you know, I find when my hair's a little bit dirtier, it kind of does slightly different things. So this is what the roller portion of my hair looks like. Can't see a damn thing, but hopefully it looks nice. And now we take out the pin curls. Oh, I should probably also mention that I use the same mixture of water and setting lotion no matter whether I'm sponge rolling or pin curling. I use a mixture of water and Lotta Body to set my curls, just because I find that this lasts the longest. And the first thing that I do is I don't run my fingers through pin curls, I like pull on them. To loosen them up ever so slightly, because you'll notice that when I take the clips out, like, they don't drop or anything, they just stay. There you go, and then can brush these through. And they will form kind of a nice roll and a wave, much more than the rollers do.
What you can do, take me out to the ball game, take me out with the crowd, oh buy me some peanuts and cracker jack, I don't care if I never get back, let me root for the home team.
Something else to note is that when I had a midi cut but no full fringe, I would be able to pin curl the very front shortest part of the midi cut into kind of like a fringy shape really easily. And this part of my hair, for some reason, just not wanting to play today. You can see this side of my hair has gone into that roll really easily, and for some reason this side of my hair is just like, you know what, Rianne, not today. It's worth noting that usually I have a side part going this way. I don't usually do center parts, mainly for this reason, because I find it very difficult to get both sides of my hair to be even. So this side's a bit fluffier.
Oh, buy me some peanuts and crackers, Jack. I don't care if I never get back. Let's be root for the whole. Eat it, play, don't wait, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2.
So this is the look at my hair. And it's probably not the best brush out I've ever done, but I also think it's important to see that, you know, every brush out can come out slightly differently. And I kind of like this. It's fun, it's different. I hope that I managed to explain some of the difference between pin curls and sponge rollers, like, effectively, or that you found this at all useful. I love getting requests, so I definitely took note of all of the requests that you all left me in my Get Ready With Me video. I hope that you liked this. And yeah, let me know whether you prefer pin curling or sponge rolling in the comments down below. Don't forget that you can follow me on all of my social media. You can follow me on Instagram at @averyvintagedarling. You can follow me on Twitter at @vvintagedarling. I love you all so very much, and I will see you in my next video. Au revoir!